What's going on? This Pablo here once again, and let's get right into this madness, okay? What are we looking at here, you might ask? Oh, I don't know. Something that wasn't made for ants, but human beings that like doing damage. But more importantly, enjoy blocking every single melee or range attack. Now spells, slightly different scenario. Someone asked me once if I believed in spell suppression. No, I do not. But that is why spell block is teetering at the outskirts of this build at 75% to be exact. Regen, yes, we got that too. Leech, You want the meat and potatoes of this build, huh? How it's put together? Well, I got some goulash in the fridge if you're interested. On a serial note, this is a charge stacking build that revolves around not 1, not 2, not 3, not 5, nor 6, but 4 different charges. You want charges? We got them. Yeah, come on down to the old Zena shop on 5th and Barclays, cause she's got some charges for ya. Now back to the build. I'm using Void Battery.
Not that Void Battery.
Malachi's Loop.
That's not Malachi.
Willclash.
I'd watch that.
And 3 power charges on the tree to achieve a total of 10. And then I have something called Badge of the Brotherhood.
Not that Brotherhood.
Which transform my Maximal Frenzy charges to power charges. But wait, as Sean once said, there's more. I'm using the power of Slayer.
The band.
This Slayer's Ascendancy, Masterful Form, to transformage Maximal Endurance charges to Frenzy. Arn's Anguish Belt.
Not Arnold.
Really does the trick in getting me them brutal charges instead of endurances. Especially with Enduring Composure cluster notable. But with Willclash Impatience,
that's not even close.
We still get them endurance eye. Bam! 40 charges, ready to be taken to the fine restaurant you've been eyeing all week long. Go ahead, treat yourself. Let me know how they taste. And with great charges come great responsibility. That is to get yourself to that 100% block chance any way you can, alright? Just do it. Now from me, I achieve it via extremely symbiotic set of uniques that all perfectly live in a harmony together like little creatures of the night on a tiny little island that I like to call the paradise of Papa Zero, or POP for short. Each gear piece gives me more maximal charges, damage per charge and or block per charge, so it's very fine-tuned. I could spend hours talking about this little build coming together, but instead you'll get, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. You got other things to do. I get it. Now, let's go over the gear and the choices I made. Corrupted Void Battery with Elemental Penetration I bought for 1 divine, otherwise it's like 20C without the corruption. Not even perfectly rolled Surge Binders that were 5C. If you get your hands on perfect ones with aura and AoE corruption and socket your auras in them, you get another 2 or 3% more damage, but the coloring is pain in the butt. Arn's Anguish with corrupted int and dex. I really needed the int because of the 245 requirement for the Void Battery, and as you can see, I barely hit it. Initially, I self-corrupted myself a crit multi on the belt, but ended up not using it because I needed int. Willclash Impatience, which makes this build shine and makes us be at max charges at all times. I bought mine for 1.5 divines. They're probably way cheaper now. Beautiful Malachi's Loop with max block chance and chance to block. I think it was like 1 divine. This is a spot that is a bit flexible. Maybe you need spell block chance, and you can get that on the shield too. Badge of the Brotherhood with block chance corruption. This is where I spend a lot of my time fine-tuning the build because I could have used non-corrupted one, which would have given me intelligence and dexterity, but then I would lack the needed block chance to achieve 100%. I also could have bought one with int and dex and block chance corruption, but I would have had to spend like another 2 divines just to be able to use the Arn's Anguish with crit multi for a tiny bit more damage, and to me it wasn't worth it. Replica Restless Ward corrupted with +2. Yeah, I got super lucky. I got mine for 2 divines and then spent like 10 tainted fusings and jewelers to get it 6 linked. Because of my decently sized ES pool, I chose to grab Zealot's Oath to regen it instead of life so I wouldn't have the ES go to waste when I turn on Righteous Fire. I leech life via Doriani's Lesson and choose to go for Brutal Fervor for that quality of life leech not being removed. If you prefer to do more damage, Overwhelm is a nice choice because depending on the content you're running, you will most likely be at 100% additional crit multi at all times. Masterful Form, Bane of Legends, and Headsmen are basically mandatory for that sweet, sweet damage. No questions about that. Back to the gear. These two rings took me forever to find, but they were both 1 divine each. Super cool IMO. I was just looking for that 20% block chance. The Arcane Surge on this one is nice, but I could have just linked my Flame Dash to Arcane Surge, so no biggie. The other ring, however, wowee. Iron Reflexes for free? Yes, please. Sign me up any day, right now. For a while, I was running Determination instead of Zealotry, and it was just fine, but we have 40% fizz damage reduction already from the endurance charges, so I felt like why not get a bit more damage. So with flasks up, I went from something like 40k armor to about 20k, but with 100% block chance, it's more than enough. And now, yep, what you've been waiting for, the main event. This little helm was very hard to get. 8 divines it sent me back. Yeah, most of my bank actually. Last piece to get upgraded, +1 max power charge, 50% spell block chance. What? Willclash, helm, GG, get it, buy it, find it. Amazing. Ain't she a beaut? Yeah, she is. So how do we achieve that 100% block chance? We get 75% natty, 1% from shield, 9 from charms, 10 from reigning veteran forbidden jewels, 2 from the block mastery, and the last 3 from that sweet, sweet jewel named That Which Was Taken. Yeah, that's what it says. Pretty nice one, I have to say. Like, almost perfect for this build. Set me back only 1 divine. Got super lucky. But again, when I search for my gear, I search over the period of like a week, maybe 2 sometimes. I'm patient. Patience is important. Honestly, this build is fairly budget besides the helm, which I was running without the max power charge corruption till about like level 93 maybe. And it was more than fine. I just wanted to push this build to its completion before posting it. Last few things. Militant Faith with higher Templar Dominus gets you that inner conviction for that damage. You can spend more monies and get yourself something like LE damage, brand damage, or other effects on the jewel. Up to you. If you need the additional dex or int, it's right here. Provided your Militant Faith doesn't override it, so be careful, use your POBs. I highly recommend Brand Loyalty and Remarkable on the cluster jewel for the damage and quality of life, but you can pick some other cluster jewels like, crit, or, if you prefer something else. However, Enduring Composure is a necessity. I was running 3 Enduring Wards before trying out Enduring Composure, and it's not even close. You won't be able to sustain brutal charges unless you have the Composure. The last little bit of spell block comes from Mystical Ward, which is nice because of the Leech and Regen of ES, which only helps with RF sustain. The next 4 levels are going to be spent. They're spent already. 50 Life Mastery, Crit Multi Mastery against Uniques, Iron Will, and Crit Multi per 10 ES on the Shield Mastery. Alright, so there you go. 90, level 99 already done for you right here. Alright, that's about it from me. Hopefully you found this video informing, entertaining. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next time with another beautiful build.